Zara Malik had always seen her job at Raza's general store as a stepping stone to her future. Nestled in the small town of Norville, the store was her way to save for college while supporting her mother, who worked tirelessly at a local diner. That evening, as the warm glow of the sunset faded, Zara prepared for another quiet shift, greeted regular customers, chatted with Mrs. Hassan about her grandson's soccer game, and helped a little boy find his favorite candy. But the peaceful routine was shattered when the door jingled and a pale, nervous woman rushed in, clutching her toddler. Zara immediately sensed something was wrong. Approaching gently, she asked, "Is everything okay?" The woman whispered, "There's a man outside. I think he has a gun." Zara's heart raced. Through the glass door, she saw a tall man pacing under the flickering neon light. He wore a black hoodie and moved erratically, his sharp gaze scanning the store. Thinking quickly, Zara led the woman and her child to the back storage room. "Stay here and don't come out until I say so," she instructed. Back at the counter, Zara forced a calm demeanor as the man entered. His steps were deliberate, and his hand hovered near his jacket pocket. Zara greeted him. "Can I help you?" "Empty the register." "Now," he said, his voice cold. Zara's hands trembled as she opened the register. Beneath the counter was a silent alarm button. She debated pressing it. It might alert the police, but it could also provoke him. She decided to stall. "I'll give you the money, but it's not much," she said, handing him the cash slowly. As she did, she subtly pressed the alarm. The man didn't notice at first, but then a faint cry came from the back. The toddler. His eyes narrowed. "Who else is here?" "Just me and the mother," Zara lied. The man didn't believe her. He moved toward the storage room. Zara grabbed a heavy can of soup from the shelf and hurled it at his shoulder. The impact made him stumble. Seizing the moment, Zara grabbed a broomstick and stood her ground. The man lunged at her, but Zara dodged, using the broomstick to keep him at bay. Just then, the sound of sirens grew louder. The man panicked, glancing between Zara and the door. With a final glare, he bolted out into the night. The police arrived moments later, their flashing lights illuminating the store. Zara gave a detailed description of the man, while the woman and her child, shaken but unharmed, emerged from the storage room. In the days that followed, Zara's bravery became the talk of Norville. Neighbors and strangers alike visited the store to thank her. One evening, the woman, Sonia, returned with her son, bringing a pie and a heartfelt note. "You didn't just save us," Sonia said tearfully. "You gave me hope." Zara learned that Sonia had been fleeing an abusive ex-partner. That night, she thought she had nowhere to turn until Zara intervened. Sonia's gratitude was just the beginning. A local philanthropist, Mr. Raza, heard Zara's story and offered to sponsor her college tuition. Zara, who had dreamed of higher education but worried about finances, was overwhelmed with gratitude. As she began her studies in criminal justice, inspired by the officers who responded that night, Zara also started taking self-defense classes offered to her for free. She shared her story at town halls and workshops, encouraging others to trust their instincts and stand up for what's right. Though the memory of that night sometimes haunted her, Zara found strength in therapy and the support of her family and friends. She learned to see her actions not as a burden, but as a testament to her courage. Months later, Zara was thriving, balancing her college studies, her work at the store, and her role as a community advocate. The bonds she had formed, especially with Sonia and her son, remained unbreakable. What began as a terrifying encounter had transformed Zara's life and strengthened her community. She realized that courage wasn't about being fearless, but about choosing to act in the face of fear.